In the house of the Lord, where voices rose in praise, some of our most anointed singers faced silent battles. Today we remember 15 gospel legends whose lives were touched by cancer, who ministered through song while facing unimaginable struggles. Join us as we celebrate their legacies, their faith, and the timeless music that keeps their spirits alive in our churches and hearts. 1.
Lord, we don't know how to fix it. We don't even know what needs to be fixed. We don't even know where to start.
Melinda Sap was a remarkable figure in the gospel music community, known for her multifaceted roles as a co-pastor, psychologist, and manager for her husband, the renowned gospel singer Marvin Sapp. Beyond her professional accomplishments, she was a pillar of strength and faith, admired for her dedication to ministry and her ability to balance family life with her career. Her influence extended far beyond her immediate circle, as she touched countless lives through her counseling work and her unwavering support of her husband's music ministry. Her legacy remains deeply intertwined with the Sapp family's contributions to gospel music and Christian leadership. In 2009, Melinda Sap received a devastating diagnosis of stage 4 colon cancer, a battle she faced with remarkable courage and faith. Despite the severity of her condition, she initially responded well to treatment and was declared cancer-free, offering hope to her family and supporters. Her journey became a testament to resilience, as she continued to inspire others through her public appearances and messages of perseverance. However, the cancer returned unexpectedly, and in 2010, she passed away, leaving behind a grieving community that had rallied around her during her fight. Her death was a profound loss not only to her family, but also to the broader gospel music world, where she had been a stabilizing force and a source of wisdom. Marvin Sapp, her husband, often spoke about how her strength and faith sustained him during their most challenging moments. Her passing also brought increased awareness to colon cancer, particularly its aggressive nature and the importance of early detection. Many fans and fellow artists honored her memory by advocating for cancer research and supporting families affected by the disease. 2. Duranice Pace, the eldest member of the legendary gospel group the Anointed Pace Sisters, was a powerhouse vocalist whose dynamic voice and passionate performances left an indelible mark on gospel music. As a founding member of the family ensemble, she helped shape the sound of contemporary gospel with her distinctive style and unwavering dedication to ministry through music. Her career spanned decades, during which she and her sisters became one of the most celebrated groups in the genre, known for their harmonies, energetic stage presence, and hits like "It's Already Done" and "When God Says Yes." Beyond her musical contributions, Duranice was beloved for her bold personality and deep faith, which resonated with fans worldwide. In her later years, Duranice faced a difficult battle with thyroid cancer, a diagnosis she confronted with the same strength and determination that characterized her performances. Despite her health struggles, she continued to inspire through her resilience, occasionally making appearances that reminded fans of her enduring spirit. Her condition eventually required hospitalization, and in 2021, she passed away, leaving the gospel community and her family in mourning. Her death was felt deeply by her sisters, fellow artists, and countless admirers who had grown up listening to her voice and witnessing her unwavering commitment to spreading the gospel through song. 3. Edwin Hawkins was a pioneering force in gospel music, best known for his timeless hit, "Oh Happy Day," which crossed musical boundaries and brought gospel into mainstream consciousness. As a Grammy-winning artist, composer, and choir director, his innovative blend of traditional gospel with contemporary influences revolutionized the genre in the late 1960s and beyond. The Edwin Hawkins singer's rendition of "Oh Happy Day" became a global phenomenon, reaching the top of international charts and introducing gospel's uplifting power to audiences worldwide. His contributions earned him widespread acclaim, including inductions into the Gospel Music Hall of Fame and a lasting legacy as one of music's most influential figures. In his later years, Hawkins faced a private battle with pancreatic cancer, a diagnosis he handled with the same grace and faith that defined his career. Despite his illness, he remained dedicated to his musical ministry, occasionally making appearances and continuing to inspire through his work. On January 15, 2018, at the age of 74, Hawkins passed away, leaving behind a grieving music community and countless fans who had been touched by his artistry. His death was met with an outpouring of tributes from artists across genres, reflecting the far-reaching impact of his contributions to both sacred and secular music. Hawkins' influence extended beyond his own performances, as he mentored generations of gospel musicians and helped shape the sound of modern worship music. His arrangements and compositions set new standards for choir music, blending rich harmonies with infectious energy. Even after Oh Happy Day became a cultural landmark, he continued to create and collaborate, ensuring gospel music's evolution remained vibrant and relevant. His passing marked the end of an era, but his innovations laid the groundwork for future artists to explore the intersection of faith and music in fresh, dynamic ways. For
my peace, I said it makes me.
Walter Hawkins was a gospel music luminary whose powerful voice and inspirational compositions left an indelible mark on contemporary Christian music. As the younger brother of Edwin Hawkins, creator of the legendary Oh Happy Day, Walter carved his own path to greatness with his Grammy-winning work and leadership of the Love Center Church in Oakland, California. His 1975 album Love Alive became a groundbreaking success in gospel music, spawning a series of influential recordings that blended traditional gospel with contemporary sounds. With his group The Hawkins Family and later the Love Center Choir, Walter created timeless anthems like Change and Marvelous that continue to resonate with believers worldwide. The gospel community was devastated when Hawkins revealed his pancreatic cancer diagnosis in 2008. True to his ministry, he faced this challenge with unwavering faith and continued performing and recording even during treatment. His final public appearances, including a moving performance at the 2010 Stellar Awards, demonstrated his remarkable spirit and dedication to his craft. Hawkins passed away on July 11, 2010, at age 61, leaving behind a musical legacy that had shaped generations of gospel artists. His death came just 8 years before his brother Edwin would succumb to the same illness, creating a profound loss in the gospel music world. Hawkins' impact extended far beyond his recordings. As a bishop and pastor, he mentored countless ministers and musicians, establishing a spiritual and musical dynasty that continues to influence contemporary worship. His Love Center Church became a nurturing ground for talent and a beacon of hope in its community. The annual Love Alive concert series he founded remains a cherished tradition in gospel music, carrying forward his vision of joyful, transformative worship. His compositions have been covered by artists across multiple genres, testifying to their universal appeal and spiritual power. 5.
Mile, but he gave me this little song, and I trust that it should be a blessing to you.
Andraé Crouch, often called the father of modern gospel music, revolutionized the sound of contemporary worship through his groundbreaking blend of traditional spirituals with R&B, pop, and jazz influences. As a 7-time Grammy winner, his compositions like The Blood Will Never Lose Its Power and Soon and Very Soon became timeless anthems that transcended denominational boundaries. Beyond gospel circles, Crouch left an indelible mark on mainstream music, arranging choir vocals for Michael Jackson's Man in the Mirror and collaborating with music legends from Elton John to Stevie Wonder. His work on the Color Purple soundtrack earned him an Oscar nomination, further cementing his status as a musical visionary who bridged sacred and secular worlds. In his final years, Crouch faced significant health challenges, including diabetes and cancer. The chemotherapy treatments he underwent took a toll on his body, ultimately contributing to congestive heart failure. Despite his declining health, he remained dedicated to his ministry, continuing to write and perform music that inspired millions. His resilience was evident when he released a 40th anniversary album, Mighty Wind, in 2006, demonstrating his unwavering commitment to his craft. On January 8, 2015, the music world mourned when Crouch passed away from a heart attack at Northridge Hospital Medical Center at the age of 72, leaving behind a legacy that would continue to shape gospel music for generations. Crouch's influence extended far beyond his own recordings. As a mentor, he nurtured the talents of gospel greats like the Winans and Tremaine Hawkins, passing on his innovative approach to sacred music. His Christ Memorial Church in Pacoima, California, became a hub for musical and spiritual development, carrying forward his vision of worship that spoke to contemporary audiences while maintaining deep spiritual roots. Recognized with inductions into both the Gospel Music Hall of Fame and the Hollywood Walk of Fame, Crouch's contributions were celebrated across the musical spectrum, from church choirs to concert halls. 6. Orlando Draper was a musical prodigy whose brief but brilliant career left an indelible mark on gospel music. As the founder and director of the Associates Choir, the Memphis native revolutionized contemporary gospel with his innovative arrangements and youthful energy that breathed new life into traditional choir music. His 1995 album, Live, the experience earned him a Grammy nomination and widespread acclaim, showcasing his unique ability to blend traditional gospel fervor with contemporary R&B influences. At just 34 years old, Draper had already established himself as one of the most exciting talents in sacred music, mentoring young artists and inspiring a new generation of choir directors with his dynamic approach. The gospel community was stunned in 1998 when Draper revealed his battle with kidney cancer, despite his rapidly declining health. He continued working on musical projects and mentoring his choir members until his final days. His untimely passing on June 25, 1998, sent shockwaves through the gospel world, cutting short what many believed would be a legendary career. The loss was particularly poignant given Draper's reputation not just as a talented director, but as a humble servant leader who prioritized ministry over fame. His funeral in Memphis drew thousands of mourners, including gospel luminaries who came to pay tribute to the young maestro whose influence far exceeded his years. Draper's musical legacy continues to resonate through the artists he influenced and the recordings he left behind. His Associates Choir produced several members who went on to successful solo careers, carrying forward his musical vision. The Orlando Draper Memorial Scholarship was established to support young musicians, ensuring that his commitment to nurturing talent endures. Contemporary gospel artists frequently cite Draper as a key influence, particularly his ability to make choir music accessible to younger audiences without compromising its spiritual power. His arrangements remain staples in churches and choir repertoires across the country, studied for their sophisticated harmonies and emotional depth. 7.
Bramboy's here. Shh. Thank you.
Tim Rogers, the golden voice lead singer of the legendary gospel group the Rogers Brothers, brought joy and inspiration to audiences for decades with his powerful vocals and heartfelt ministry. As part of the beloved family ensemble that included his brothers, Rogers helped define the sound of traditional quartet gospel music with their tight harmonies and spirited performances. The group's signature songs like I'm So Glad and God's Been Good to Me became staples in churches and gospel music collections across America. Rogers' warm stage presence and ability to connect with audiences made him one of the most respected figures in quartet singing, earning the Rogers brothers numerous accolades and a devoted following throughout their decades-long career. The gospel community was saddened to learn of Rogers' battle with colon cancer in his final years. True to his character, he faced his illness with the same faith and courage that had marked his musical ministry. Even during treatment, Rogers continued to share his testimony and uplift others, demonstrating the same spiritual strength that had characterized his performances. He passed away in 2020, leaving behind a grieving musical family and countless fans who have been touched by his ministry through song. His death marked the end of an era for traditional gospel quartet music, as tributes poured in from fellow artists who recognized Rogers as one of the genre's finest ambassadors. Rogers' legacy lives on through the timeless music he created with his brothers and the many artists he influenced. The Rogers Brothers recordings continue to inspire new generations of gospel singers, serving as masterclasses in quartet harmony and heartfelt delivery. Younger groups frequently cite Rogers' vocal style and stagecraft as major influences in their own development. Beyond his musical contributions, Rogers is remembered as a man of deep faith who used his platform to spread messages of hope and redemption. His family has worked to preserve his musical heritage, ensuring that future audiences can experience the power of his performances. 8. Jesse Dixon was a towering figure in gospel music whose extraordinary career spanned more than 5 decades, leaving an indelible mark on both sacred and popular music. The Chicago-based singer, songwriter, and pianist first gained recognition in the 1960s under the mentorship of gospel legend James Cleveland, who recorded several of Dixon's early compositions. His rich musical gifts and charismatic stage presence soon made him one of the most sought-after performers in gospel, known for blending traditional spiritual fervor with contemporary musical sophistication in a way that appealed to both church audiences and mainstream listeners. Dixon achieved international fame when Paul Simon invited him to join his band after seeing a show-stopping performance at the 1972 Newport Jazz Festival. For 8 years, Dixon toured the world with Simon, appearing on Saturday Night Live and contributing to multiple platinum-selling albums. This groundbreaking collaboration introduced gospel music to vast new audiences, while demonstrating Dixon's remarkable ability to bridge musical worlds without compromising his spiritual message. Throughout this period of crossover success, he remained deeply rooted in the church, continuing to record and perform gospel music that reflected his Pentecostal upbringing and profound faith. As a composer, Dixon created some of gospel music's most enduring standards, including the modern classic, I Am Redeemed, which spent 5 years in the gospel top 10. His songs were recorded by artists ranging from Amy Grant and Natalie Cole to Diana Ross and Cher, while his own recordings with the Jesse Dixon Singers became benchmarks of the genre. In later years, he became a beloved fixture on the Gator Homecoming videos, where his electrifying performances of songs like Operator introduces music to new generations. Dixon's ability to infuse traditional gospel with contemporary relevance made him a pivotal figure in the genre's evolution and expansion. 9.
Master, keep my hand. I don't to kill it.
Albertina Walker, celebrated as a queen of gospel music, left an indelible mark on the world with her powerful voice and unwavering faith. Born in 1929 in Chicago, she began singing in her church choir as a child and later rose to fame as a member of the Caravans, a legendary gospel group. Her rich, emotive vocals and dynamic stage presence earned her widespread acclaim, and she became a towering figure in the gospel music industry. Over her 6-decade career, Walker released numerous albums, won multiple awards, and inspired countless artists with her dedication to spreading the message of hope and spirituality through music. In addition to her musical achievements, Albertina Walker was known for her generosity and commitment to mentoring younger gospel artists. She played a pivotal role in launching the careers of many prominent singers, including Shirley Caesar and James Cleveland. Her influence extended beyond the stage, as she used her platform to advocate for preservation and promotion of gospel music. Walker's legacy is not only defined by her extraordinary talent, but also by her passion for uplifting others and her unwavering devotion to her faith. Despite her immense success, Albertina Walker faced significant health challenges in her later years. She battled emphysema, a chronic lung condition, and was also diagnosed with cancer. These illnesses took a toll on her health, but she continued to perform and inspire audiences whenever possible. In 2010, at the age of 81, Walker passed away due to respiratory failure, leaving behind a void in the gospel music community. Her death was mourned by fans and fellow musicians alike, who remembered her as a trailblazer and a beacon of light in the genre. Albertina Walker's contributions to gospel music remain unparalleled, and her legacy endures through her recordings and the artists she influenced. Her title as a queen of gospel music is a testament to her enduring impact and the love she garnered from audiences worldwide. Even after her passing, her music continues to uplift and inspire, serving as a reminder of her extraordinary talent and her deep connection to the spiritual roots of gospel. Walker's life and career stand as a powerful testament to the enduring power of faith, music, and perseverance. 10. Rance Allen was a pioneering figure in gospel music, best known as the founder of the Rance Allen Group. Born in 1948 in Monroe, Michigan, he formed the group with his brothers Thomas and Steve in 1969, blending traditional gospel with soul and R&B influences. His powerful, soaring vocals and energetic performances earned him widespread recognition and the nickname Father of Contemporary Gospel Music. The group's innovative sound caught the attention of Stax Records, making him the first act signed to its Gospel Truth label. The Rance Allen group became known for hits like I Belong to You and Something About the Name Jesus, which helped bridge the gap between gospel and mainstream music. Their 1991 album, Phenomenon, received a Grammy nomination, further cementing their place in gospel history. Beyond music, Allen was also a dedicated minister, serving as a bishop in the Church of God in Christ and pastoring the New Bethel Church in Toledo, Ohio, for more than 30 years. His leadership and musical contributions left a lasting impact on both the gospel community and the broader music industry. In his later years, Rance Allen faced health challenges, including an unspecified battle with cancer. Despite his illness, he continued to perform and record music, releasing his final album, God Has Been So Good, in 2020. That same year, on October 31st, he passed away at the age of 71 due to complications from a medical procedure. His death was met with an outpouring of tributes from fellow musicians, fans, and religious leaders who honored his legacy as a trailblazer in gospel music and a devoted spiritual leader. 11.
It began to rain.
Gospel music legend LeSha Pace, known for her powerhouse vocals and inspirational ministry, passed away on March 21st, 2022 at age 60 after battling kidney failure. The Atlanta native first rose to fame as part of the celebrated gospel group, the Anointed Pace Sisters, alongside her 8 siblings before launching a successful solo career that spanned decades. Her remarkable voice and passionate performances made her one of the most influential figures in contemporary gospel music. Born Terry LeSha Pace in 1961, she helped form the Anointed Pace Sisters in the 1970s, with the group becoming known for their tight harmonies and energetic stage presence. Their albums like You Know and My Purpose became gospel classics. As a solo artist, Pace achieved crossover success with her 1996 hit, Act Like You Know, which decades later found new life as a viral sensation on TikTok. Her distinctive vocal style blended traditional gospel with contemporary R&B influences, earning her multiple stellar awards and widespread acclaim. In her later years, Pace faced serious health challenges, including a battle with cancer that eventually led to kidney failure. She underwent dialysis treatments for 5 years while waiting for a transplant, continuing to perform and record music throughout her illness. Her final album, God Has Been So Good, was released in 2020. Pace's passing marked the third devastating loss of musical family in just 2 years, following the deaths of her sister Duranice Pace and their mother, Pastor Betty and Pace. 12. The Tri-City Singers, the acclaimed gospel ensemble led by renowned musician and producer Donald Lawrence, have experienced heartbreaking losses over the years, with several members passing away from cancer. These talented vocalists left behind a powerful musical legacy, while their untimely deaths brought attention to the devastating impact of the disease within the gospel community. Among the most prominent losses was Arnetta Merle-Crooms, a standout vocalist whose rich contralto voice graced many of the group's most beloved recordings. She succumbed to breast cancer in 2007 after a courageous battle. Merle-Crooms had been an integral part of the choir since its early days, contributing her remarkable vocals to landmark albums like Bible Stories and Finale that helped define contemporary gospel music in the 1990s and 2000s. The choir faced another tragic loss with the passing of Erica Brad McCullough, a gifted soloist whose dynamic performances on songs like When the Saints Go to Worship made her a fan favorite. While her exact cause of death wasn't publicly confirmed as cancer, her untimely passing in 2016 at just 42 years old left the gospel world mourning. Yet another bright light extinguished too soon. These losses hit particularly hard for Donald Lawrence, who himself battled prostate cancer before being declared cancer-free in 2024. 13. Gospel music pioneer Thomas Whitfield, whose innovative compositions revolutionized contemporary gospel, passed away on June 20th 1992, at just 40 years old, the Detroit-born musician suffered a fatal heart attack following treatment for cancer, cutting short a brilliant career that had already transformed the sound of sacred music. Known as a maestro for his sophisticated arrangements, Whitfield left behind a legacy that continues to influence generations of gospel artists. Born in 1954, Whitfield emerged as a musical prodigy, mastering piano by age 3 and becoming a church organist at 7. His professional breakthrough came when he formed the Thomas Whitfield Company in the late 1970s, introducing a new level of musical sophistication to gospel. The group's 1982 album, Hallelujah Anyhow, became an instant classic, featuring Whitfield's signature blend of classical influences with traditional gospel fervor. His compositions like We Need a Word from the Lord and I Shall Wear a Crown became standards in churches nationwide. Whitfield's innovative approach bridged generations in gospel music. He mentored future stars like Vanessa Bell Armstrong while collaborating with legends such as Aretha Franklin and the Clark sisters. His sophisticated choral arrangements and virtuosic piano playing set new standard for excellence, earning him multiple Stellar Awards and the admiration of peers across musical genres. Even as he battled cancer in his final years, Whitfield continued composing and performing with undiminished passion. The music world mourned deeply when Whitfield succumbed to cardiac arrest at Detroit Sinai Hospital. His funeral drew thousands, including many artists he had influenced. Today, his compositions remain staples in gospel choirs worldwide, while his pioneering approach to sacred music continues to inspire. Annual tribute concerts and the Thomas Whitfield Foundation ensure that the maestro's groundbreaking contributions to gospel music will never be forgotten. Though his life was tragically short, Whitfield's musical innovations ensured his influence would endure for generations to come. 14. The world of gospel music owes much of its rich choral tradition to the groundbreaking work of Mattie Moss Clark, a visionary choir director, composer, and the matriarch of the legendary Clark sisters. When she passed away on September 22, 1994 at age 69 after battling diabetes complications and cancer, the music community lost one of its most influential figures. Yet her revolutionary approaches to gospel harmony and choir direction continue to shape the genre decades after her passing. Born in Selma, Alabama in 1925, Clark displayed musical genius from an early age. By 6 years old, she was already playing piano for her mother's church services. Her formal training at Selma University developed her classical and choral expertise, laying the foundation for what will become a transformative career in sacred music. After moving to Detroit in 1947, she quickly became a central figure in the Church of God in Christ, where her innovative choir direction would change gospel music forever. Clark's 1958 recording, Going to Heaven to Meet the King, with the Southwest Michigan State Choir introduced revolutionary 3-part harmonies that became standard in gospel music. Her work established new possibilities for choral arrangements in sacred music. Beyond her musical innovations, Clark played a pivotal role in developing institutions to nurture gospel talent, co-founding the Gospel Music Workshop of America with James Cleveland and establishing the Clark Conservatory of Music in 1979. Perhaps Clark's most enduring legacy came through her daughters, the Clark sisters, whom she molded into one of gospel's most celebrated groups. From their formation in 1973, through their rise to fame with hits like You Brought the Sunshine, Clark's rigorous training and artistic vision shaped their sound. Even as her health declined in later years, suffering a stroke and losing a leg to diabetes, she continued mentoring younger generations, including her granddaughter Kiara Sherd, ensuring her musical legacy would continue. Clark's final recording, 1994's Watch Ye Therefore, captured her undiminished passion for gospel music. Her posthumous induction into the Gospel Music Hall of Fame in 1997 recognized her immense contributions. More than just a choir director, Clark taught that gospel singing was ministry, instilling this principle in all she mentored. Her life story, marked by musical innovation, perseverance through illness, and dedication to developing artists, remains an enduring testament to the power of faith in music. Today, Every gospel choir that employs her signature harmonies and every artist influenced by her teachings carries forward the legacy of Mattie Moss Clark. 15. Vestal Goodman was a prominent member of the Happy Goodman family, a renowned Southern gospel music group that gained fame for their uplifting performances and heartfelt songs. Born on December 31st, 1929 in Alabama, Vestal became a significant figure in gospel music, known for her powerful voice and engaging stage presence. Throughout her career, Vestal contributed to the group's success with her distinctive vocal style and charismatic personality, helping to shape the sound of Southern gospel music. The Happy Goodman family toured extensively, sharing their faith and music with audiences across the United States. Vestal's contribution to the genre earned her numerous accolades, including several awards from the Gospel Music Association. In the early 2000s, Vestal faced serious health challenges, including complications from flu and cancer, which significantly impacted her life and career. Despite these struggles, her resilience and faith remained evident, inspiring many fans and fellow musicians. Vestal Goodman's legacy continues to resonate in the gospel music community, celebrated for her contributions and the joy she brought to countless listeners. She passed away on December 27, 2003, leaving behind a rich musical heritage that endures to this day.